Hello everyone and welcome to Galaxy 89 Cars. Today I'm bringing you an in-depth tour of a 2016 Shelby Mustang Super Snake from Bill Shepherd Mustang, Shelby's most potent Mustang yet. At the time of publishing there are only 2 right-hand drive cars in the UK, and with the production projection of only 10 cars a year at Bill Shepherd Mustang, the Super Snake is very limited edition. All of the upgrade work is done in-house at Bill Shepherd Mustang, starting with the stock car being driven into the workshop. It is then stripped back both internally and externally, and work on the supercharger installation begins. Upgrades to the brakes, suspension, exhaust, and of course exterior also take place to finally produce this monster. It is 4,700mm long, 1,371mm high, 1,905mm wide, and has a curb weight of 1,705 kg. It has the standard Mustang 5-litre V8, but has been upgraded with a Whipple 2.9-litre supercharger and Stage 2 carbon intake that means this car produces over 800 horsepower and 630 pound-feet of torque. It is front-engined and rear-wheel drive. It has a 0 to 62 mph or 100 km/h time of under 4 seconds, and a top speed of around 200 mph. It benefits from a full Ford Performance Baller exhaust upgrade that produces real pops and cracks. Here's how it sounds. The Super Snake has 20-inch, front and back, black performance deep dish wheels with a slightly wider wheelbase at the rear. These large 20-inch alloys are wrapped in Michelin Pilot Supersport tyres. It has been given the Wheelwood Performance brake upgrade, and even has brake cooling ducts that feed cool air through the front. At the front we see the extra carbon lip and a light and reflector integrated into the front bumper. Next to the Super Snake badge is an air intake to feed cool air into the engine. There is a prominent air scoop on the bonnet which slopes down the aggressive front LED and bi-xenon headlights. There are a lot of gloss carbon fibre upgrades to this car, the bonnet and front lip being the first. The bonnet has 2 air vents at the top which help to cool the monstrous engine. A matte black central Shelby racing stripe runs from the very front to the very rear of the car, as well as a Shelby Super Snake stripe on each side, which are underlined by gloss carbon fibre side skirts. These cars are very customisable, and on this model, the Roush side pod upgrade have been added. There is also a full gloss carbon rear diffuser. The standard rear lights are in place with a rear view camera, but now bookend the gloss carbon fibre boot lid. As the ultimate car in the range, the Super Snake gets a bigger carbon spoiler than the already impressive Shelby GT upgrade. It has a standard Mustang key that requires 2 presses to activate each of the button's functions. 1 button for lock, 1 for unlock, and 1 to open the boot. The lines on the standard door handle signify keyless entry. They pull out in the traditional outward motion to reveal the black leather interior. Although this car is slightly wider than standard, this doesn't cause any discomfort with entry and exit in my opinion. Above the carbon side skirt is an illuminated sill. As with all my videos, I will give a POV interior tour before going into more detail. The centre of the door is lined in black leather with contrast stitching. At the top, we find the illuminated door handle with lock and unlock buttons. Further on is the top door speaker. There is a chrome door armrest with electric window and mirror controls in front, and a good amount of door storage below and the bottom door speaker. The button to open the boot lid is below and to the right of the steering wheel. Rising up, we find the exterior light controls and the first of 5 air vents. They are easily adjustable by twisting to direct, and can be closed by pushing the vent down and opened by pressing the vents in. The multifunctional steering wheel is upholstered in black leather and offers controls for the trip on the left and the torque and volume controls on the right. The driver's display is 2 dials separated by a central digital display. The dial on the left is for engine revs, and the right is the speedo and fuel gauge, interestingly entitled ground speed. The trip computer can show information regarding projected distance remaining, MPG, average MPG, and average speed. There is also a menu showing controls for engine info, trip and fuel, track apps, which is for the acceleration timer, brake performance, line lock and launch control, driver assist, and general settings. In the settings menu, it's possible to adjust the interior ambient lighting and My Key settings. There is a carbon-backed, dash-mounted set of dials for oil, fuel and boost pressure. The Super Snake comes with a standard Ford Sync package that comes with device connectivity, sat-nav, DAB digital radio and internal temperature and ventilation controls. There are also general controls for lighting, date and time settings, general system information and traffic alerts. The screen is actually very responsive and accurate to the touch. Below this screen are the volume controls, radio tuner, skip track and off and on buttons. Under these are heated seats, temperature and ventilation controls. Below these are switches for the keyless engine start-stop, hazard lights, and mode, as well as the 12-volt socket and USB connections. In muscle car tradition, the Super Snake has a 6-speed manual gearbox with a short shift gear changer. As a result, we find all 3 pedals on the driver's side. The handbrake is upholstered in black leather and sits quite high. Shelby Super Snake is embroidered into the headrests in contrast stitching. The seats are also upholstered in black leather, and as with the GT, the seats are very comfortable, and are more comparable to armchairs than racing seats in terms of their comfort level. There are standard black seatbelts. The seats are electronically adjustable with controls at the front. The lever at the back brings the seat forward to enable access to the rear. The rear seats are also comfortable, but there is limited storage space. To interior storage. The rear of the central column offers a storage space that opens up by depressing the lever at the side. The space is quite large and offers device connections and an SD card input. In front of this are two cup holders with an additional attachment that can be used as an ashtray or easily removed. There is a small plaque above the passenger side glove compartment. There is also a passenger side glove compartment with ample storage and is easily opened and closed. The bonnet release catch is found below this. As previously stated, the boot can be opened by either using the key or the button under the wheel. Its official capacity is 408 litres. Both the driver and passenger have sun visors with illuminated vanity mirrors. There are two reading lights fixed in front of the manually adjustable rear-view mirror. So that concludes my tour of this 2016 Shelby Mustang Super Snake. If you are in the UK and Europe and would like to know more, please contact Bill Shepherd Mustang. All their details will be in the description below. Please subscribe for the latest content, and until next time, cheers.